Hi again. So happy to see you all coming on back online here. Um, you're welcome. We received so many requests for us to be a part of this global meditation, and my apologies that we didn't send out any announcements sooner. We've been very, very busy in response to the current world crisis. So with that said, here we are. We're going to do this together. I feel very honored that you would want to step into this Hi, Charlene. Step into this meditation space together. I know that there was an organization, I'm not sure which one it was, that sent out like a specific way that they want to do this meditation. For me, I feel as though our community, the Sophia Code community, we have a very specific way that we work. And many of you are very familiar with the way that we work from the Prayer Collective. So that's the space that I'm going to step into. We're going to go into a guided meditation. We will allow for periods of silence. So if that doesn't work for you, just hop on someone else's call. I'm going to do this the way I feel guided. I wasn't even planning on doing this. So if that works for you, let's just giddy up and go. All right. So, I agree, Dae-Chen. This is where I want to be, is with you. So, all right, great. Well, here we are at that astrological hour that everyone's talking about. And it's important to understand that this astrological turning point is not just about this moment. It's about our journey through 2020. So as we step into this space of grace, what we're doing is we're going to be choosing the quantum timeline that is appropriate for our highest evolution together. We're going to begin by taking 3 deep breaths together. Okay, here we go. And just remember that you can anchor more and more of your personal power and your higher self embodiment by connecting to the very heart of the Mother Earth. If you've got your golden dragon light body activated, use your golden dragon light body tail to connect to the very sacred heart of the earth right now. There's a lot of energy going on in this planet and on this call. So let's ground it out and wings up, buckle up for the dragon ride. Okay, here we go. So first step, we call in the fullness of the Sophia Dragon Tribe, our high council, our overlighting collective of ascended masters that are guiding and mentoring us in how to embody our sovereign divinity, which we as a collective, we as a international community believe is the solution to all the viral epidemics on this planet, not just the COVID-19. At this time, we understand that the Sophia Dragon Tribe and all the Ascended Masters and the Archangels are pointing our awareness to go deeper and to understand that what we are facing on a global scale right now is not just about a physical virus, it's about a virus within the heart of humanity that has turned away from itself, a virus of unworthiness that has placed humanity on a timeline of learning about its light through the oppression of darkness. And we are not voting for that timeline. Together as a community, we are putting our swords in the ground and we are claiming the sacred space of our clear and bright future, that we can learn and we can evolve and we can grow best through divine love, through respect, through freedom, through our sovereignty, and through our civil rights. And so at this time, we welcome the fullness of the Sophia Dragon Tribe, surrounding us in a sanctuary of grace and lifting every single person on this call up into that 7th plane Christ consciousness, back to the source light, beyond this conflict, beyond this global pandemic. We gather together as a holy community, as one body of Sophia Christ, as one golden dragon light body of consciousness that can affect great change on this planet. And we lift ourselves into that inner space as well as that space and place in the universe, alongside with the Sophia Dragon Tribe, to abide in the resonance where instantaneous miracles and divine knowing exist. At this time, we call in our 8 revealed Keycode mentors to anchor and ground this space as we open our hearts to the possibility of our highest potential in 2020. We welcome in Isis, Hathor and the Hathor Star Nation. I'm also calling in Saint Germain as the divine masculine counterpart for Isis. We're calling in Green Tara and the Order of Dakinis, beautiful and very powerful Mother Mary, a mother to this world. We welcome in Jesus and Mary Magdalene, the entire Order of Magdalena, including Joan of Arc. We welcome in Kuan Yin and beloved Maha Avatar Babaji. At this time, we welcome also the Holy Seraphim, the highest seraphim of Sophia God, the Sophia dragons, to surround us in the grace of that fiery angelic order that is here to initiate us into our sovereignty. And finally, in the north, I welcome the holy light of White Buffalo Woman and the entire White Buffalo Star Nation. I also call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael and Uriel, Archangel Jophael, the Archangel of Enlightenment, all of the 9 inner angels of Mary Magdalene's initiation in the Sophia Code. We welcome in the Syrian archangels working with the Sophia Dragon tribe, the archangels from Andromeda and the archangels from the Pleiades. We also welcome in our Star Nation brethren that are a part of the Sophia Dragon tribe, which is Keycode 999 of the Sophia Code Cosmology. Beneath us, we welcome the almighty and omniscient presence of Sophia Gaia, a divine feminine Christ figure in and of herself, whose very ecosystem has allowed for us to have this ascension studies program of being human here on the earth plane at this very pivotal moment in humanity's history. We call forth the presence of Sophia Gaia to regenerate every single person on this call, to fill our bodies with the light of her Christed awareness of why we are experiencing this moment in our evolution that is causing so much suffering and pain for so many at this time. As we have gathered together as a collective I Am presence, I welcome the presence of your sovereign divinity as revealed in the presence of your higher self to begin to radiate as a central sun from the very center of your heart. You may also feel the presence of your higher self's consciousness begin to descend like a waterfall of light through your 8th chakra, flowing down your crown chakra. Activating your crown chakra is a beautiful crown of sovereignty, feeling that beautiful light of your own sovereign divinity flowing down the back of your head, opening the 3rd eye chakra in the back of your head, while activating your 3rd eye chakra in the front of your forehead, filling your awareness with the brilliant vision, the omniscient vision of your higher self, so that you may have eyes to see and ears to hear about the truth of what we're experiencing at this time and the truth of the quantum timeline that we can select together as a collective I Am presence. We flood ourselves with this Sophia Christ light of each of our higher selves now, all the way down into our hearts overflowing with this light of our higher selves, filling our solar plexus, our sacral chakras, our root chakras, filling our legs, our kneecaps, all flowing all the way down our feet and circulating this Christ light of your higher self like a toroidal field of magnetic Christ light from your toes back to your crown, and just circulating it up and down your spine for the remainder of this meditation. At this time, I welcome Mother Mary, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene, who has stepped forward. And they are reminding each and every one of us that we have each incarnated at this time to be a living angel on earth, to anchor this much Christ light as a collective, to assure the bright future of humanity. They are pointing to Hathor, who is stepping forward. Hathor is now proclaiming that each and every one of us on this call chose to incarnate not from a previous time, but to remember that all time and space is existing in a quantum reality. So it is really your future self that chose to come back and incarnate here and now in 2020 to be available for this angelic mission of the highest order. So Hathor is guiding you to connect through the electrons of your body to that sovereign resonance of your divine genome. You are free through your higher self embodiment. There's no agenda that can enslave you. As you resonate the truth of your sovereignty, you begin to exist in a parallel reality that everyone on this planet deserves to exist within. And so I invite you to connect with every electron in your body that's orbiting in the beautiful crystalline light of your sovereign divinity. Now, what's interesting about the electrons of your body is they're not just orbiting in your body, they're actually orbiting everywhere in the universe simultaneously. If you look at the actual nature of an electron, you cannot pin it down to one location ever at one time, because it exists everywhere simultaneously. That is one of the great mysteries, holy mysteries of your existence. You are made up of some pretty magical stuff. Billions of electrons that exist everywhere simultaneously. So with Hathor by your side, mentoring your awareness, and I'm watching the wings of Isis raise up high to guide your focus, she's saying within. I invite you into this golden temple of initiation and ascension, where you can be blessed by your future self, that golden self, that ascended self that you already are in truth, that was a part of this mission we are living now in this reality. She or he or this person before you that may be genderless is standing before you in a mighty way, smiling upon you, almost with a Mona Lisa smile of like, you've got this, you beautiful, beautiful, courageous human being. What a storm you have found yourself in. And yet that future self is the one that sent you here to be in this storm, to be the divine love, the still center of the storm, the place of peace that passeth all understanding. And so this beautiful embodiment of your future self is stepping forward to bring quantum healing and assurance from the future to your body, heart, and mind of Earth's ascension, the final outcome of this planet and the final outcome for humanity. That is not going to happen necessarily in one single lifetime. Golden ages can span for over the course of 1,000 years of evolution. But what I'm hearing from the future selves that we are connecting with right now is this is where it starts. These are the seeds of a spiritual revolution that we are planting. We were the ones that were gutsy enough to come and plant those seeds and water them with our tears. All right? We were the ones that cared that much for the future of humanity. So feel how important you are. Feel how important your role is, and feel how much you are being blessed right now by your future self, for you're willing to say yes across space and time. All of the sacrifices that you've made to be here right now. So I welcome you to feel the vibrational reality of your sovereign divinity across space and time that has manifested as your future self before you. Feel the hands of your future self placing their hands upon your cheeks, maybe placing their hands on your heart. Connect with your future reality of that golden age ascension civilization that Earth eventually ascends into, that humanity eventually finds its way to across space and time in an age of miracles. Feel that superhighway of divine love from your future self that you are receiving directly into your human heart right now, which is amplifying the central sun of your higher self's divinity to radiate in such a brilliant and fiery way right here and right now in this moment. I also invite your consciousness to feel how every single person on this call is also choosing to have this experience alongside you, opening up their body, hearts, and minds to the radiance of their divinity as well. As we are each choosing to step into the very sun of Christ consciousness that each and every one of us can embody here and now, both from our future selves and from the very existence of that Christ light within us here in the present moment. We may begin to feel this radiance growing, unifying our collective into one prayer. One prayer, one consciousness, focused solely upon the sovereign divinity of our humanity. Why would Sophia God create us as a species with free will, sovereign, divine, and holy, yet with the possibility to turn against ourselves? Well, it would be for the purpose of knowing ourselves, not being controlled or told what to do in our evolution, but to choose an evolutionary journey where self-realization about who we really are is authentic. And so in this moment, if it is in your highest and best good, I invite you to look upon the brilliant sun of our gathered light and to consecrate your free will to the divine will of whatever you call your source, God, Sophia, the Holy Spirit, if it's Jesus, if it's Buddha. There is a divine will that only wishes us well, that is the consciousness of prosperity, that is the consciousness of peace that does not change regardless of how a planet decides to explore its evolution. As you feel yourself in the radiance of our collective solar transmission of Sophia Christ consciousness, I invite you to feel those rays of light being transmitted out from every single one of our body, hearts, and minds out to every single human being on this planet. Stay in the frequency of this central sun that we are all embodying now as a collective. Don't take on the fear and anxiety as you reach out those rays of sun. Let the rays of sun do their work for you. Abide in the seventh plane. Notice that you can be of a very high ministry and service to humanity, whether or not you don't have to plug into the pain and the suffering to be serving and radiating this light. Stay in your sovereignty, stay in the peace of God, and pulse and radiate out that light. As you do, you may begin to feel or witness the eyes, the ears, the hearts of those souls who are ready to be communicated to with this broadcast, and all of the people meditating all over the world, that sovereignty is an option, that returning to the truth of our sovereign divinity is an option. And options mean freedom. So sending that message out to the heart of humanity, you are free. You are sovereign, you are holy, and you are divine. No matter how other humans have treated you or treated this planet, that truth has never changed. And that truth is the source of your healing. It's the source of everything you need, and it's the source of it's the end of all epidemics. It's the end of all viral thinking. It's the end of all viral programming. It's the end of all dark agendas. You are free, you are holy, you are divine, you are sovereign, humanity. And you are made in the image and likeness of God's own heart. Here to serve this planet, here to love one another, here to forgive each other, here to lift each other up. That's why we were created. We were not created to destroy one another. We were created to discover how precious we are by loving each other. And so we send the heart of humanity, wave after wave after wave of unconditional divine love. We call upon all of the ascended masters and archangels to join us in sending wave after wave of quantum healing and empowerment, activations, that Sophia Christ light flooding this world and baptizing this world, the presence of the Holy Mother and the Holy Father, in this astrological portal with the gates flung open. We welcome all of the high councils of divine light that are working together for the good future of this planet. We stand with the Sophia Dragon Tribe as we bathe this planet and every soul on this planet, human or otherwise, with the truth of their sovereign divinity, their inseparable communion with God, how beloved we are, and that the presence of divine love has not abandoned us. We are filled with the presence of divine love. Even amidst a global lockdown, we are filled with the presence of divine love. That's good medicine for the heart of humanity right now. Send out that presence of divine love that you are filled with in your heart right now as an emissary from heaven itself, through your angel wings, through your hands, through your heart, through every cell of your body, assuring humanity of how loved it is, how holy it is, how sovereign and free it is. This is not about just wiping out a virus, because there will be more. If humanity does not understand the truth of its sovereign divinity, that's the solution. No one can prey upon humanity if humanity has awoken to the truth of who it really is. So pulse the joy of your sovereign divinity. Laugh with the dakinis as they light up this world with their lightning bolts of wisdom. Feel the presence of Kuan Yin and her waves of rose quartz and piercing white light, waves of her compassion flooding this world. Mother Mary's sapphire blue flames consuming this world with a transmutation and purification of the Holy Mother's divine love for her children, lifting up so many souls that have been trapped on this earth plane and trapped in an illusion of what's real about this planet. Lifting up so many souls through this portal back to the very sacred heart of Sophia God. I feel a mass exodus of souls that have been trapped by the dark agendas and atrocities on this planet. They want to go home. They want to be able to start anew with the truth of what we are offering and standing for at this moment. Clearing out the imprisonment of so many souls and opening the gates of heaven. And as a beautiful collective of the I Am Presence that we are, the Sophia Code community, we call forth a great anchoring. We activate the divine genome of Mother Earth to its next level to anchor her own Christ light here in a magnificent and new way, as directed by God and herself, God himself, creator, creatrix itself. We call forth the divine genome activation for Mother Earth to receive new light bodies of Christ consciousness that she needs to support all of us through our evolution over the next 10 years. We also call upon Mother Mary and all of the legions upon legions of orders of angels that are here to protect our children at this time of so much experimentation on genetics and technology. We ask for protection for our children and to open a super highway to that highest path, that quantum timeline that is for the highest and best good of our children, the highest and best good of everyone who is here to plant the seeds of this next golden age of miracles. We call forth the Hathor Star Nation to open a stargate and align us with our highest potential and to keep our feet faithful to that pathway, which means that in this moment, we are committing to embodying our sovereign divinity, to embodying our higher self in such a way that we are ready to say yes when we are being called forward to take divinely guided action in whatever way that we are being called in ever increasing measure throughout the days, weeks, and months to come. We are available for this angelic mission. We are available for this prayer. We are available to be spiritually mature divine parents, co-stewarding the care of this planet and helping to initiate humanity from spiritual infancy into spiritual maturity. There is so much pain and suffering that has come from humanity's separation from the truth of its divinity. At this time, as the Stargate is open, we call upon the Hathor Star Nation and the entire Sophia Dragon Tribe to orchestrate a divine intervention of the highest order to bring great quantum healing to the heart of humanity, the sacral chakra of humanity, the root chakra of humanity, the throat chakra of humanity, the third eye of humanity, the crown chakra of humanity. In whatever way the collective consciousness of humanity is ready to be re-linked to build that bridge of light from its consciousness directly back to its source. Sophia God, Great Spirit, Holy Spirit, we pray for this divine intervention of grace to happen now, to break through the centuries of suffering, the programs, the secret societies, everything that's been working against humanity awakening to itself. We rebuke those energies and we burn bright with our sovereign divinity as we act as divine parents for humanity and call forth this divine intervention and witness humanity being wrapped in mantles of Sophia Christ consciousness. Feeling that deep, deep communion, that baptismal fire and those baptismal waters wrapping humanity up in the reassurance that it is safe to claim and embody its sovereign divinity, which is the solution to every single pandemic and every single situation we are facing on Earth beyond the COVID-19 situation. So at this time, I welcome you in this space of this very activated space of visualization and prayer. If you would like to join me in a silent meditation to add your prayers for the next 2 minutes, to add your own visualizations, you're welcome to write your prayer in the comment feed. All I care about is that we're together and that this is happening with us together as a community. So I'm going to go into a deep space of meditation silently to create that space for you. And then I'll come back to close the circle. Okay? Great. Feeling the power of all of our angelic wings in unison, praying and meditating together. I welcome you to direct your wings outward to humanity and this planet. Assuring our children, assuring those who are afraid or anxious that we are here for them. We are here and we are awake. And we are of service, and the Ascended Masters are here with us. The Archangels are here with us. The star nations that are serving the highest and best good of humanity are here with us. We are committing to the spiritual maturity of embodying our sovereign divinity, which is the same thing as to say embodying our higher self. We are willing to go ahead, and we are the bridge keepers for those who are in the process of your awakening. We are here for you. So when you are ready, step forward and allow us to serve you. It is our great privilege and pleasure to do so. And so together as a community, I now ask you to turn inward and to thank your own hearts and thank each other for taking this time to come together and to practice what I call oracular activism, to step into a quantum space where we can affect future timelines, where we can plant the seeds for that golden age of miracles that the Ascended Masters teach us about in the Sophia Code, and we can affirm together that it is done. It is done. It is done. By the power of three, a perfect Trinity, it is done. And so it is. I want to thank each and every person that has come together at this time to pray, to remember that we're so powerful when we gather together. We're so powerful when we bide in the resonance and crystalline clarity of our light. We're so powerful when we feel this much divine love, and we practice using our spiritual technology to radiate out and affect change on the higher dimensional layers that download into physical reality. Thank you for keeping your faith, and thank you for keeping your hope high at this time, because so many people are depending upon us to do that, to be faithful to what we know is true, which has been the good news given to us from the Sophia Code. We are sovereign and we are divine, and that is the solution to all viral epidemics, as we have been learning from Green Tara in our 21 Days of Green Tara journey. So we now close this ceremonial space with gratitude in our hearts to the Sophia Dragon Tribe, to all of your guides and guardian angels, to your higher self, knowing that all that is protecting us, nurturing us, and guiding us from the higher realms goes with us beyond this meditation, and stays with us every day of our life throughout 2020. So thank you so much for this opportunity to be together with you live. I love you all so much. And I know, without a doubt, as we look into the eyes of our future selves, that this story ends in a very, very beautiful way. So I pray that you bring that peace with you into this evening. And I send you all my love. And I'll see you tomorrow for our next day with the 21 Days of Green Tara. Namaste. Be well. Be blessed always.